Hey everyone, welcome to another Fun Fact Friday. I'm Dr. Sam and we are live here at University Animal Clinic. So today I thought we would do a little UAC's version of Monsters Inside Me and talk a little bit about hookworms. So this is a really common parasite that we see mostly in puppies, but it can be seen in adult dogs. And the main reason we don't see it in adult dogs is because every time you give your pet a heartworm preventative, whether that's once a month with an oral product, or every 6 months with an injectable product, or some topicals like Revolution, these heartworm prevention products do also prevent against hookworms. So we don't often see it in adults because they're on prevention. But our puppies aren't often yet on prevention, and so in our puppies we tend to see it more often. These worms are quite small. People are often surprised. They feel like, I'm not seeing any worms in the stool, so how does my puppy have worms? And they're usually anywhere between 0.5 millimeters to 1 centimeter. So really, really tiny. So you're not going to see these often with the naked eye or in the stool, things like that. There are other worms that we can sometimes see with the naked eye in the stool, but these aren't one of them. Hookworms are named that because they have little teeth that are like little hooks that they kind of grab onto the intestine with. And these worms will ingest blood, so they can cause anemia in extreme cases, and GI discomfort is most commonly what we see. So the other reason I bring this up, and the portion that has to do with that show, if you've ever watched it, it's real freaky, Monsters Inside Me, is that these are something we call zoonotic. And what that means is that people can get it too. And so the way people sometimes get hookworms is through the skin, and often it's due to walking in contaminated soil. So soil or dirt that have been defecated on by a dog or cat or animal that has hookworms, and it's just in the soil. There's no stool there. You're not seeing, it's not like you stepped in poo, but it's been kind of washed into the soil and it's still sitting there, those eggs and worms. And they can get and break the skin, and that's how we can get them. I know, real gross, sorry. But it's good to know. And this can cause rashes sometimes in some people, but in people it can cause the same thing as animals, anemia and GI discomfort. So something that's important to know about. But just because your puppy has hookworms doesn't mean you have them. You don't get them from petting your puppy. Even them like licking in your mouth or licking near your face or mouth doesn't often cause you to get hookworms. Actually, it's very, very, very rarely the reason that people pick them up again. It's often from walking, say, outdoors in the garden, working in the garden, things like that, without shoes or gloves on. And that's how they get it, is through the skin. So our pets, they become anemic. How do we diagnose these? It's just a stool sample. So often you'll find, especially as puppies, but often too with our annual exams every year, we'll recommend a fecal sample. And this is one of the parasites we're looking for. There's numerous parasites we're looking for, and we'll go through some more as the weeks go by, maybe, if you're interested. But this is one of them, and we'll see the eggs in the stool. So I'm not even looking for the worms technically. We're looking for microscopic eggs under the microscope that will key us into knowing that there's hookworms there, and then we can do a deworming. Oftentimes we'll just do what we call strategic deworming in these puppies, just because so many of them have it. They get it from their mother, things like at birth. So we'll often just strategically deworm them just in case, just for safety reasons, since they're so tiny. Often puppies, 1 or 2 worms can be more detrimental than an adult dog. So I hope you found this interesting. I hope it wasn't too gross or too scary. I know that show was scary for sure. But I hope this just gave you a little insight, keyed you into it, that it's something that people can get and something to know about, but not too freaky. So I hope you liked that. Give this video a like, share it around. The more info we can get out there, the better. Give me a comment below on what you want to see in the next Fun Fact Friday. I would love to hear it. Let me know down below if you've ever had a dog with parasites. It happens. We've all been there. And I will see you guys next week on the next Fun Fact Friday. Bye.